My time in Chunchi recovering from the back injury, I'd say the first two-thirds of it had a reasonably magical quality, but by the 10th day, I was absolutely insane with the need to leave, and my leg was just barely good enough. And anyway, so I went to sleep on the Saturday night, ready to leave Sunday, and I developed a really, really bad fever, like super intense high fever where my entire body was trembling and shaking teeth. And so the next morning I wasn't sure if I had to stay some more. I thought I might, and then I realized I had to go. So with a slightly lower fever, I got on the motorbike after 10 days and then started riding and rolled into this cloud bank, which I know the Ecuadorians are completely used to. It's the story of their lives. They understand clouds. But this was the thickest cloud. I mean, it's fog when you're on the ground, but it was a cloud, like a thick overcast, like as if I was an airplane. And it turned into one of the most difficult rides. Just the density. I mean, even the camera sees a little more clearly than I could through the visor. Everything was it was so thick. And so just, everything I could do to just kind of plow on. And the irony is that this went on at this altitude on this highway. This went on for hours and hours of maybe 30-foot visibility. And I suppose it would be difficult, but you have to keep in mind that I'm basically riding with a fever, and my and my leg is just good enough. Everything's just on the edge. Maybe it was I don't know, a bad idea, but I had to. 10 days I couldn't stay in that town anymore. So as I start to descend towards the coast, I finally drop out of that high altitude fog bank and start weaving my way down. And in a way, I'm kind of glad that I made these videos, because I can see much more than I could see yesterday in real time. How beautiful all this really is. Because I mean, man, health is everything. Without health, without feeling capable of even taking it in. So this was, to be honest, one of the weirdest, hardest days of the trip. I kind of feel like I don't know, maybe I'm being melodramatic, but like it aged me. I was really not feeling good. Anyway, as it turns out, here's this shrine I thought maybe I would stop and take a look at, but when I pulled over I realized that I just felt so shitty that the idea of stopping, not to mention maybe in my feverish state feeling a little superstitious, that it was pulling over and stopping that got me in this mess in the first place, taking photos and hurting my back. But so of course as I descend, the rain and overcast persists, but it's quite warm now. This is like a warm, enveloping rain, and I think because I was dressed for the cold, I continued to wear the stuff, I was just sweating like a pig. And man, it's really beautiful, this stuff. It looks so much nicer on video than in my crazed mind at the time. Anyway, finally hitting the flattened out, right down there through this kind of palm forest. I think they're not even a forest. I mean, this is some kind of farmland. To Machella.